Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Queensland Pickleball Championships Day 6. Here on our Sunday morning session, we have our open mixed doubles event about to get underway. My name is Dylan Kimlin, and we are live here at the Morayfield Sports and Events Centre on our blue courts today. We will bounce across to the brown courts on the wooden surface later on for our events throughout the day, and I'll give you an update on everything that we are covering as we go along. But our pools have begun, and we have closest to camera the combination of Bauer and Cantoni. They're up against Lashford and Sorbello. These matches will be 1 to 15 with the players rotating at 8, utilising the Franklin X26s. Franklin, the official ball of Pickleball Australia. And there is a side out, Grace Sorbello to bring it in. And this is a fun one to see straight off the bat, viewers, as we have, looks like, Grace and Tom will be stacking, I imagine. With Sorbello's left hand on the middle of the court. And we can see Bauer and Cantoni opting to have a traditional lineup. Both Cantoni and Bauer representing the Bundaberg region. We've had a bunch of Bundy players here this week and weekend. Fantastic spot. Had their first QPT Bundaberg event in 2025. Drive goes wide there for Lashford. And that there will be a side out. Now, I haven't really had the chance much to talk to Bauer, but one of those figures that's well known around the Australian pickleball scene. Must be a pretty polarising figure from the Bundaberg region. Quick side out, Lashford to serve again. Now for Lashford and Sorbello. Lashford from the Sunny Coast space and Grace representing Brisbane region. Nice drive there for Lashford. Drive catching the net. Quick couple of points at a 5-1 scoreline. I was talking to Tom before this one all kicked off. He said he hasn't played that many tournaments recently, but he's been thoroughly enjoying it. Just being able to play a tournament here and there. Obviously the former NPL captain. He's got the setters uniform on today for the National Pickleball League. Grace also playing in a professional environment. Superstar, the high tennis level background. That's a nice hybrid drive there, resulting in the point. Other players, or other teams rather, I'll read the two sets of pools that we have here. So in our pool 2, which is the pool we're currently watching, we have Sorbello and Lashford, Cantoni and Bauer, but we also have Lindsay Baker, Tan Quinn, Jess Hughes and Lee Evans. Good to see those two running it back, the OGs. Jess and Lee played many tournaments as a duo over the years. For pool 1, we have Belinda Crane and Greg Westwood. I was speaking to Nay Pink earlier, and she asked, oh, are these guys good? I was like, yes, Nay. Belinda has one of the hardest drives in Australian pickleball, so good luck facing that. We've also got Deb Rossi, Jake Winan, Jess Christie, Simon Pilt, Grayson Taylor, and Dennis Pointing from Harvey Bay. Lashford, the big smash. Scoreline continues to grow. Now, in those names that I just read out, we did see Lindsay Baker take the gold. Yesterday. In the open women's singles events, Deb Rossi got the silver. For open men's doubles, we did see Ben Dawson, Simon Pilt taking the gold against Lockie Donnelly and Tan Huynh. Winan and Delgado rounding it out with the silver. Cheeky drop there from Lashford, forcing the second server. We had the hybrid co-ed doubles events as well yesterday afternoon, which saw Hansen and King locking up the gold medal in that one against Klass and Mostren. Now, our open women's doubles event was crazy. Some very good sets of teams throughout that division. Grace Sorbello, who's currently on court, played in that event. Gold medalists were Deb Rossi and Jane Teo. Rossi playing this morning. You can see her at the back right of screen playing with Jake Winan. Lauren Myers and Jess Hughes. Ooh, speed up. Took the silver. Hughes also on courts. She's just playing on the right side of screen. And Jessica Cooper and Heather with the bronze from the Moreton Bay region. Now, throughout the day, viewers, we've got another big day of broadcasting for you all, which we'll see the Opens events currently. That's a service error there from Sorbello. Ball will go back to Bauer and Cantoni. Oh, my apologies. Second server. But we will also see the 50-plus mixed doubles events and the 35-plus mixed doubles events throughout the day, which would be awesome. That one's gone into the net. And a victory locked up here for Lashford and Sorbello in the pools matches to kick us off, viewers. The broadcast will continue as we go throughout the day. Live here at the Morayfield Sports and Events Centre. Get ready for our next set of matches, not too far away. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Queensland Pickleball Championships. Dylan Kimlin live here from the Morayfield Sports and Event Centre, and our open mixed pools will continue. We will see Simon Pilt, Jess Christie, closest to us on our camera, versing Nay Pink and Luther Ferris in a game to 15, swapping an 8, utilising the Franklin X26s. Franklin, the official ball of Pickleball Australia. Speed up from Ferris from Sexville. And that is gone the way of Simon Pilt to bring it in once more, who has already had 3 medals this weekend. Silver in the skinnies, silver in singles, and gold in the men's doubles yesterday. Teaming up with Moreton Bay region legend Jess Christie. Big thank you as always to City of Moreton Bay for getting behind the Queensland pickleball space. Morayfield Sports and Event Centre has been flat out all week since Tuesday. And we thank their staff for continuously providing top-notch service to our players here this week, as the ball will come back to Ferris. Covered Luther a bit this week. The lefty quickly making a name for himself. Teaming up with, I believe, his coach. I think Nay does the coaching for Luther. Oh, no, that's what you don't want to see your coach doing. Come on, Nay. Nay Pink, one of the sweethearts of the Australian pickleball scene, beloved by all. From the Beenleigh region. Been playing for a long time, Nay. That's called wide. Japanese superstar absolutely launching rockets at Christie. Good defensive effort to get it back, though. That one has gone long. And a game to the right, we can see Lee Evans and Jess Hughes versing Tan Huynh, Lindsay Baker. And at the back, we have Winan and Rossi with Pointing. I think they've just versed each other. We've walked to the left side of the screen as we have our swapperoonie of sides here. Dennis and Grayson, that is. I think they've just versed each other, but either way, play will continue. They're just having fun out there, these guys. Pilt and Pink have played many times over the years. He does have a bit of a jabby action, Luther Ferris. He hits the ball very late. Net roll into the kitchen. And that'll come back the way of Ferris and Pink. Can they get some points on the board? Good hands. Come back the way here for Pink to bring it in once again at a 1-10-2 scoreline. Remember, viewers, all of our footage has been available via the Pickleball Australia YouTube channel across all of the days since Tuesday. You can catch all the footage under the live events tab. If you are a former player and you're just looking for which events you played, I've tried my best to name them all, make it a little bit easier for you all. Day 1, day 2, whatever. If you played in the morning or evening session, it'll be listed. Just low there for pink. Oh, well left from pink. Normally known for smacking the paint off the ball. I nicknamed her the Grenade a long time ago, Nay Pink. But in that instance, lets it go. Jess Christie, nice swing. (12-3) currently. And I was speaking to a couple of the players earlier. Definitely obvious that some of them are still waking up and warming up. I find it does, nice shot there from Christie. I find it does take a couple of games to really get into the groove of things. Oh, Nate Pink down the right, nice shot. And Christie's threatened an Ernie twice thus far. Hasn't had one yet, but you can see the positioning. Oh, Pink with a heroic effort. And we did see a lot of lobbing yesterday, viewers, with the lack of ceiling and sun concerns. A lack of, so rather, a complete addition of a ceiling. It's made it prime lobbing conditions. Oh, Pink has blasted it out and a victory there. Oh, sorry, viewers. I just realised that my score's back to front. Scoreline of 15-4 to Christie and Pilt here for this open mixed pools event. We will continue to go through all of our mixed events across the two pools, and we'll be back live once our players are ready to go here at QPC for your morning of pickleball action. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Queensland Pickleball Championships Day 6 here for our open mixed pools event. Dylan Kimlin live in the booth with you at Morayfield Sports and Events Centre. Our players just having a discussion in the middle of court before we get underway with our next Opens event. We will see Lee Evans and Jess Hughes taking on Tom Lashford and Grace Sobello. This will be 1 game to 15, rotating at 8, with the players utilising the Franklin X26s. Yep, nice drop there from Evans. We saw Hughes feature in the broadcast yesterday in a very long silver medal match against Rossi and Myers. Rossi and Teo. She was teaming up with Myers. And it's good to see these two as an old team again. Lee Evans and Jess Hughes have played many tournaments together as a unit over the years. Hughes, the Gold Coast Glory captain for the MLPA for the Challenger division. Sobello also playing in the MLPA format, and Lashford, a former captain himself. So fair to say, lots of quality on our court right now. Trying to remember if Lee played in the NPL or not. Oh, Sobello has absolutely copped it. And that will fire her up. One thing Grace Sobello is known for is a hard-hitting. Lee Evans is due to cop one back after that. Lashford utilising the spin a ton throughout this one. I asked Lee if his family were tuning in this morning. 8:45 here at Morayfield. Shout out to the Evans family if they are. And little ones. No doubt future pickleball players themselves. Had the privilege of playing with Lee and seeing the family down at the Brisbane pickleball space from time to time. Jess Hughes getting a ton of ball there, and we saw that in the women's doubles actually. There was a consistent battle between Hughes and Jane Teo. That was really exciting to watch. You can see our battle on the right side of screen will be Baker and Quinn taking on Bauer and Cantoni. And at the back right, we have Rossi and Winan versing Pink and Ferris. And on the left side, Crane and Westwood are taking on Dennis and Grayson. Oof. And as we have 5 courts here, viewers, the players can fly through their matches. I think they're really enjoying it. They can just hop on and get into the next one. QPC has been very smooth this week. Evans somehow got his paddle out of the way. And that has come back to Hughes and Evans. Have to get a score update from our players. Oh, nice shot from Lee Evans. Cheeky down the middle. Can confirm it's 3-2. Evans to serve. We can see they are stacking. Just on the wide side there for Hughes. And that'll come back for Sorbello and Lashford. Jess Hughes regularly posting on social media for the Gold Coast pickleball space. Wonderful community down there. They're part of that crazy group, viewers. I don't know about you at home, but you know, those people that get up at like 5 a.m. to play pickleball, I couldn't do that. I don't know how these guys do it, but you know, credit to them. But the Gold Coast pickleball community has been growing ever since it started at a rapid rate. I know Lee Evans also plays down that way with Sorbello Brizzy based and Lashford from Sunny Coast. With his goats, Tom Lashford has a wonderful, I don't know if you would call it a farm. I don't know what the terminology is, but raises little baby goats. I've had the privilege of staying at Tom's property several times, hanging out with the goats and the pigs and the chickens. Nice little trip away from the pickleball courts if you are someone interested in getting the little ones out to see some cool animals. Might be something to consider having a chat with Tom. As the rally continues here, double paddle shot there into the net, and Lashford will serve once more. Only a half stack for Hughes and Evans. We can see Jess Hughes was on the left side of the screen. Now she's moving to the right. So half stack, or a defensive stack as it's known as. Lee Evans will serve once more, right to left. Oh, recovery, just short. Yep, Grace with the shoulder check is successful. Both of these ladies on court have had a tremendous amount of growth over their pickleball tenure. Remember seeing Grace play for the first time, and Lee Evans showing his gross motor skills there with a pirouette, unsuccessful. But yeah, Grace, I remember seeing her play, and geez, she could hit a ball. And now it's a lot of drilling and a lot of time spent to polish the craft of pickleball. And that looks like a paddle into the hand. Hopefully Grace is okay. Second server. Similar for Hughes. Over the years, she's just consistently gotten better every time she comes on the court. I was not at all surprised that she got appointed captain. And it's a nice thing, viewers, from a broadcast perspective, to see the growth of our players. From a developmental perspective, just over the years, some of our players have been on for 3 to 4 years. Like I think Evans was saying this is his 3rd or 4th Queensland Pickleball Championships over the years. He's just run off to the side to have a big gulp of water. And sometimes players you can get, I wouldn't say despondent, that's a terrific drive there from Sorbello, but you might not necessarily see your own development as a player, how you've progressed over the years. And little broadcasts like this are fantastic for that as a tool to see how you've gone. Go back, think about if you've been on the broadcast a couple of years ago, go back and watch your first event and how you played compared to your events now, and guarantee you there'll be positive results on your end as that one goes wide. I believe it's 4-4, viewers. You know, the problem I have sitting in my little booth here, you'd think these open players would know better. They all whisper the score. Evans spraying it. Over to Belinda Crane. And we have a timeout. I'm going to go and find out what the score is, viewers. I'll be back in a tick. Live here. Cool. I can confirm, viewers, that it is 5-4. As our players have a breather. Reassess. Jess and Tom have both run over to interrupt the game on the right to get their water bottles. With Quinn and Baker. Now, one thing I always bring up, viewers, is teams that are matching their uniforms. So Quinn and Baker are in full set in the white and black. We can see at the back right. Bauer and Cantoni both rocking the blues tops. Ferris and Nay, dark tops, I guess. It doesn't completely match. Tom and Grace don't match at all. Like polar opposites, in fact. And neither do Hughes and Evans. Come on, guys. You've played that many tournaments together. Surely you have a matching uniform by now. Heavy discussion here on the side of Lee and Jess. They've hopped back on. And we can continue the fun from our open mixed pools events. Oh, Jess Hughes winning that exchange. Second server not getting any points there, and a quick side out from memory. Lashford and Hughes have played a tournament together. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Too much oomph on that one. Tight game. I think Lee's played more than Jess. Like longer than Jess. It'd be close between these two over the years. We got some veterans on our courts today, viewers. With Deb Rossi probably played the longest out of everyone in our tournament this weekend. She was there with me back in, I don't know when it was, 2019, something like that. I do wonder if Evans and Hughes were there too. I'll have to ask them after this match. Tan Huynh has also played for a long time. The old man is over there playing with Lindsay Baker, who has had a terrific tournament thus far with an open women's singles gold to her name. Switch. ATP. Grace Sorbello, if you don't mind. The lefty on the right side of screen, ripping it down into the corner. Well played. Oh, what a rally. Hughes kicking it down the left. A service error, that'll be a side out. Evans to bring it in again. You can see Hughes has gone a couple of times down the left side towards Grace Sorbello's backhand. Into the net. That'll come back the way of Lashford and Sorbello for this pool match here in our open mixed events. We will go all the way through, viewers, to the medal matches for our opens, and then lunchtime have our 50+ categories on the broadcast for you all, and then following that, 35s from the 4 p.m. stream. Speaking to our head referee Brian this morning. Speed up from Lashford. Evans putting it away. Big grin on his face. He liked that. And some of our tournament staff, myself included, a rare time I'll put myself in this conversation. It's fair to say last night we were shattered. Viewers, I got home at something like 8:30 and immediately went to sleep. It's been a big tournament for us all, and a big thank you to our referees, volunteers and tournament team for the continuous support. I did have the 19 plus 4.0 plus division with the ladies on the courts yesterday. I spoke to a bunch of them. They really wanted to be on the broadcast, but after the open hybrids doubles, I said, ladies, sorry, I can't do it. I need to have a sleep. Over 30 hours of footage this week, and we hope you've enjoyed it. The broadcast has been a lot of fun. So many cool stories over the week at QPC. And so many awesome people on our courts. We've just had just a ton of variety, different skill levels and age levels. Evans lets it go. It's a good old grind out here with our teams. That one's going wide. Yep, single-handed backhand flick from Lee Evans is successful. I believe that's the scoreline of 8-7. I will confirm, viewers. Thank you. Yep, 8-7 confirmed. In a close one. I'll have a look at around our pool at the moment for you all viewers in this AR event. Let's have a sticky beak and see how our other matches have gone throughout the morning. As always, viewers, you can keep up to date on Pickleball Brackets or pickleballtournaments.com. Players have returned to the courts. So we've been cruising along through our pool matches thus far, viewers. You can see we're up to the third round now. So Crane and Westwood took down Taylor and Pointing by 3 points. And it looks like they've just finished that match up over there. You can see now that Pointing and Taylor will be versing Pilt and Christie. They have an official over there, Peter Turnbull, calling that one. So we got some crazy stuff happening on court. Good to see. Into the net there for Lashford. Got a jubilant Tan Huynh and Lindsay Baker in the crowd watching this match. Yep, big poach on the Ernie. Grace asks for the kitchen. Net roll, successful for Sabello. (982). Classic Lee Evans fashion, figuring out the score. I will say, viewers, in all my years of calling the events, oh, no communication mishap between these two. How many events have you two played together? That's straight down the middle. But I have to say, Lee and Tan, probably. Yeah, I've mentioned your Tan, talking about your mate. Turned around immediately. They would have to be up there with some of our most forgetful players when it comes to the scores. Ooh, forehand roll into the net. Tied game, 9-9. Been a fun one this morning. And the pools are really enjoying themselves. Lots of banter on and off the courts. It was almost a scorpion smash there for Jess Hughes to get it back. Took the pace off, got the job done. Big smash. And a side out. We will see Evans once more ball in hand. Grace, of course, playing with the Sydney Smash challenger side for the MLPA. We saw her team up with her partner Sonia Bailey yesterday. Geez, those two were so good as a duo. Love to see them play more tournaments together. Hughes somehow getting 2 hip fires back. Yeah, solid forehand there for Sabello, forcing the error. Just having a look to see how Rossi and Winan are doing. They are one of our top seeded sides for this division. And they're currently up against Crane and Westwood. Jess has nearly hit the roof with that one. Such was the velocity. (9-10). Speed up successful. And just to the left of camera viewers, we also have our other divisions playing. Currently around the grounds. Sabello unable to get it back over. But around the grounds, we have our 19 plus events, the 3.49 and below, and our 4.0 above. Right to our left of screen, we have the 50 plus 3.5 to 3.9 event, and then of course we have our opens. So a nice little variety here at MSEC this morning. Great shot from Sabello. Side out again. Real battle on our hands here. I think all of these players can play in the 35s. If not, when all of these players can play in the 35s, geez. 35 plus category suddenly becomes a very interesting prospect. It's already cutthroat. We'll be doing the 35s at 4 p.m. One of the toughest divisions in Australian pickleball. Into the net for Sabello. Side out again. Too much oomph on that one. Oof. That had some pace on it. Yes, our 35s. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at the draw. There are some very good players. I mentioned the partner that Grace had yesterday with the women's, Sonia. She's teaming up with David Hosking. Jane Teo, who played with Deb Rossi in the women's, teaming up with Cale Hodgson, the superstar that he is. Dia Cameron and Gons. Good to see Gons back on the broadcast. Just down the wide side, and that's a good, handy point to have. I believe they just said it's 11-11. It's awfully close pool round battle. We'll also see Lauren Myers, who teamed up with Jess Hughes. She's teaming up with her brother, Ben Dawson. The Central Queenslanders going added as the second seed, the number one seed for their pool, none other than Ellen McDonough and Darrett Gooch. Jeez, what a scary combination that is. .35s will be on from 4 o'clock onwards. Oh, look at this defense. Too strong in the end. Sorbello and Lashford put up a shield, but they couldn't get through. Relentless offense from Hughes and Evans. Comes back to a second server, Thomas Lashford, to bring it in again. You'll notice, viewers, that Grace really chokes the paddle too. She has a grip very high up on the handle. Which, compared to someone like Lee Evans or Tom Lashford, they like holding it further down near the pommel of the handle. Hughes in that frame as well. .12-13. Drop. Good. Tom Lashford recognising the position of his opposition. Lob. Good. Sorbello unable to get it back. Tom Lashford to serve in this epic game to 15. Welcome back, everyone. We are ready to go. I'm good. Got a Jane Teo in the booth wandering around as we have a timeout. I just had a chat to the players regarding the score. I had the score wrong. It's 10-12 in this epic battle, hence why the players had a breather. I just went and checked on the other divisions that we have on our other courts. They are very tense over there. Everyone's playing for sheep stations this morning in our opens. Oh, shot. I have to say as well, because this has been a very long match, but so have all of the other ones going on in the background. Lindsay, Baker and Tan Huina, who are off, they're the odd-numbered team in all of our pools. They're going to need to warm up again. They've been sitting off for quite some time. Lashford bring it in again. Recovery from Hughes is excellent. Ooh, just short. Hughes to serve again. Down on the wide side. Successful driving there from Jess Hughes. Repeat entries just inches above the net. Good striking of the ball, and I believe we have a game point here for Hughes and Evans. Sabello striking it wide, and Evans somehow got his paddle out of the way. What an exceptional battle between these two teams for our pool matches. Viewers, the broadcast will continue, and the fun will go through to this evening of pickleball as our pool players for the Opens will hop off and have a breather, and well-deserved one too. We'll be back live as soon as our next set of teams are ready to go here at QPC to continue our matches live with the Open Mixed Double. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to QPC 2025 for our Day 6. We have our open mixed doubles events, pools underway. And this next match we will see Sorbello and Lashford closer to screen, taking on Tan Quinn and Lindsay Baker on the opposing side of the court. Playing to 15, rotating at 8, utilising the Franklin X26s. Franklin, the official ball of Pickleball Australia. Both Lashford and Sorbello just had a really long one against Evans and Hughes, and it was a good one to watch. I was speaking to Tom Lashford about it. He's just said he couldn't quite crack the defense of the combination of Lee and Jess. Oh, good rally. Baker, defensive effort, unable to get it back over, and the ball will come the way of Tan Quinn, the Ernie King, also affectionately known as the Crab. And that has come back to the way of Lashford and Sorbello. Ooh, drop attempt for Lashford unsuccessful, and both teams just getting a feel for each other early on. Both Quinn and Baker have had successful careers throughout the Australian pickleball scene. Nice roll there from Tan Quinn. Lindsay taking the gold yesterday in the Open Women's Singles event. Drop attempt. Good. Nice shot. Bang down the middle from Lashford. High offense there from Quinn trying to secure that one, but Tom Lashford putting it away. Nice shot. 1-3. Called long. It's probably fair to say that Tom Lashford has a little bit of an unorthodox play style. Relies a little bit more on slice and spin. A bit more crafty on court than the usual, and he has copped a body bag there from Quinn. Ball will come back the way of Baker. Lindsay's got a family in the crowd here cheering her on. ATP, yes. Reset is good. And Lashford, defense to offense, kicking it down the right. Nice shot. Second server here. Tan Quinn will bring it in. Just got a discussion on court regarding where the players should be standing. Two. Grace floating that one up and threw Baker's rhythm off a little bit as a result. Side out here, and Sorbello and Lashford to serve once more at a 1-2 score line. Double hander backhand unsuccessful for Baker. Nice. Quinn with the finish. And that has come the way of the duo close to the camera again for the second server. Let go. They take the lead. Quinn trying to drop that one in the kitchen unsuccessfully, and battles around the grounds right now. I can see Christie and Pilt taking on Rossi and Winan. We also have Evans and Hughes versus Cantoni and Bauer. Throughout your morning of pickleball, I know many of you would have either A, already had a pickleball session this morning. I know Sunday morning pickleball is very popular. Or B, having a lazy Sunday morning, brekkie on hand, maybe a cup of coffee or tea, some juice, whatever your go-to is. Enjoying a lazy Sunday morning with your pickleball favourites on court. We hope you're enjoying the broadcasts. That's just Dylan projecting right now that I could have some bacon and eggs, some mushrooms and toast. Oof. Grace Sorbello ball in hand again. Oh, great drive, but the reset elite. We got time out here. As that one looked like a bounce, a little bit awkward for Baker. Just going to confirm scoreline for you all viewers before we get back into. Let us continue. Currently 5-2. Oh, nice net reset. And that is punched away from Quinn. Good timeout. Oof. Grace has pounded that into the net. Good vibe this morning at the tournament, viewers. I was walking around having a chat to some of our 50 plus and 35 plus categories, our 19 plus players. We're discussing the River City Classic that's on next week, and then the Yeppoon Pickleball Festival the following week. Nice finish from Quinn. Set up from Baker is good. But it's fair to say there's some elite pickleball tournaments around the state, and the Pickleball Association of Queensland will be very pleased with what is happening in the next month or so. Tom Lashford, push down the right. Viewers at home, what do you reckon is the most common first name in Australian pickleball? I'm trying to think. There's a lot of Toms. That's why I bring it up. There's only one Tan that I'm aware of. Sorry, Tan. You're unique, I guess. Jeez, Jake Wynan has obliterated that ball in the back. It's ended up on our court to the right side of screen. 5-3, Lashford to serve. We have quite a few Jakes, Debs. Only one Nay. Oh, nice recovery from Tan. And finish is good. Only one Luther that I'm aware of. A lot of Jessers, actually. We have 2 in our current pool. Maybe that's the winner. Let us know on the YouTube chat if any names immediately spring to mind. Yep. Reads Baker, double-handed backhand, teeing off down to the line. And immediately a big high five from partner Tan as a result. It was good to have Vin Trong here yesterday, cheering the players on. What a superstar he is. He was watching Tan's match. Long. Don't do it, Grace. She thought about it. I often see Tan's family and Arn and Monica at my gym that I go to with Pierce Kwan, of course. So I got a lot of time for the Quins and the Trongs. Beautiful family they are. Wide side, scoreline continues to grow here for Baker and Quinn. Oh, floaty does the job, 8-5. Just threw the momentum off the opposition a little bit there, and it was successful. Players have returned to court, so we can continue the fun once more. And Baker to serve. Good hands, Tan Huynh. Nice and low. And we could see the Sabello and Lashford just caught on the no man's land, or the second, third, however you may refer to it. Transition zone. ATP, not to be. Tan was going to jump in the commentary booth with us yesterday, viewers, but spoke to Mr. Quinn after his events, after the men's gold, and he just said, mate, I'm knackered. I want to go home. Fair enough, too. I will never force any of our players to commentate. Guys and girls, or however you may identify, continuously strutting their stuff on court, and we have an ATP as a result. Finish is not there for Lashford. Scoreline continues to grow for Baker and Quinn. But it is nice to have additional voices in the booth. We did have Kylie Dunn jumping in throughout the days, and she actually said she's going to try and jump in for the gold medal later on today. Big smash there for Lashford. and an Ernie to boot. And hopefully you haven't got tired of my voice for our our repetitive days of tournament play. It's been awesome covering as many people as possible. Lashford to bring it in once more. And we can see Sorbello and Lashford just taking a while to get going here. They may have needed a little bit of a bigger break after their battle with Evans and Hughes, who on the sideline I can see Lee Evans currently lying down. So clearly that is the case from that epic battle they had earlier in the pool matches. It was good to see, fair to say, as games around. Oh, I can see the Walkers, Karen and Andrew, are watching this one. Beautiful people they are. Karen, we hope you get out on the court soon. Lindsay Baker unable to recover. A lower limb injury for Walker. One of the long-term standing legends of the Brisbane Pickleball Club. Drive in for Lashford. Switch. Sorbello throwing the paddle. She can't get it back. Good rally. Pop up. Single-handed backhand. Punch. It was nearly an Ernie. Like I mentioned, unorthodox. Tom Lashford. Oof, driving to the net. Come back the way of Baker and Quinn. Well, I'll just have a look. I don't know if they've had a loss yet in the pools. Lob serve. Slice return. Dink down the wide side, and we have a disagreement on whether the ball is in or out. And we'll see what the general consensus is. It looks like, I don't know if they're awarding the point or if that'll be a replay. Baker's serving, so I'm assuming. Yeah, it looks like the point was awarded. So as we have second server now with Tan Huynh serving right to left. And now we have a discussion about position on court. You got to love the opens. My understanding is that it should be Tan Huynh serving right to left, viewers, but I never... Because didn't Lindsay just serve? Either way, doesn't matter. I never get involved, viewers, with our heavy discussions that we see on court, and that's deliberate. The players know they can call for an official, but also it's up to the players to figure it out. These guys are all open. They've been playing for a long time. They know the rules. And recovery from Sorbello. Lashford is there also, and we will see the ball coming back the way of Lashford and Sorbello. in this tense battle for the pools matches. But I can confirm, viewers, I'm just going through the results. So Tan and Lindsay are yet to have a loss, as they beat Hughes and Evans and Cantoni and Bauer. Poach unsuccessful. Great defensive effort there from Quinn and Baker. They will get it back. (13-8). Discussion on the score once again. We'll see how this one all pans out and what agreement they come to. Sheep stations, viewers. Don't look at me. I can't help you guys. Once again, the players. This is when I would recommend, viewers, and I know all 4 of these players will watch this game later, to call upon an official. Plenty of white sleeves around, actually. The refs have been really good this week. Shout out to all of our volunteers and referees for all their hard work and continued efforts for the Queensland pickleball space. We have heavy discussion on court. Here comes a referee, Mr. Head Referee Brian, who I'm going to wave madly at and see if I can get his assistance for our players on court, or have they figured it out? We'll try and get Brian's attention. There we go. I've grabbed Brian and I've got him to wander over. Here he is. And Lee, the cheeky bugger, who is here on the sidelines, has my scoreboard up, so hopefully I'm right. So he has the broadcast up. So thank you, Mr. Evans, getting me in trouble, mate. I will remind everyone that the broadcast follows the score that our players call throughout the matches. So whether I am right or wrong, this is not an official scoreboard. I follow what is on court. Additionally, when we have referees, I frequently go and ask our players what what the score is, and I adhere to their scorecard. But from the pools matches, I always just follow along the score that the players call. It's not an official tool, but it's more of a reference point for you at home. So players, and this is me talking to the players right now because I know they're going to watch this footage later. This is always just a reference for our viewers at home. Spicy moments here this morning, viewers. And they're still discussing it. So I'm going to have to mute and just remind everyone that the scoreboard is not an official tool and that they should be getting a referee. I'll be back. Dramas this morning, viewers, I tell you what. We've had healthy discussion, and thankfully the broadcast was available. The viewers have gone through and looked at every single point that has been played. And the scoreline has been agreed from both sides at 13-8-1. Terrific rally. That's gone long. Well, the question's been asked, did that touch Baker? Looks like not the case. So 14-8. Game point here for Quinn and Baker. Second serve, a nice smash there for Lashford. And gentle reminder, players, you can always call for a referee. Just going to put that out there. Whoa. Reaching recovery unsuccessful, and Sorbello and Lashford now have an opportunity to get the ball rolling. I went up to the tournament team and said, hey, we have a time out here from Baker and Quinn. Yeah, I went to the tournament team and said, hey guys, we potentially get a referee representative over, and oh, I think that's hit Baker's finger, so she's getting a Band-Aid applied. Blood rule here on our court. And rather than send someone over, I'm joking, they definitely came over, but Kath Griffin, the superstar, said, oh, drama, I'm coming to watch. Immediately grabbed her toastie from the Morayfield Sports and Event Centre's canteen, and she's currently tucking into said toastie watching this match live here on the Pickleball Australia YouTube channel. It's been an interesting week for content viewers. We've had a lot of players physically here in the grounds listening to the commentary while watching the events live. That's very much a cricket culture. I didn't realize that we were fostering such a positive culture like that in Australian pickleball, but if you are here local watching and listening, thank you. As a commentator, that's probably the highest praise that I can receive, when you can watch the matches live but still tune in to the commentary as well, as Lashford will have it back here. Now, battle in the background currently between Crane and Westwood, Pilt and Christie at the back left. Rally, Baker with the defense, and that will come back the way to the duo in white and black. And a game point situation. Well played, Grace Sorbello with the offense. And it looks like no stack here for Sorbello and Lashford, opting to have the lefty on the right. Yep. Poach is good. And these two both with their forehands on the outside of the court, changing things up. They've gone back to the stack position for the offensive side of the court. Oh, just short there for Sorbello. Oof. Double end back end of the net. I wonder where Grace's last name originates from. Sorbello. Is that European, viewers? Momentum changing here on the side of Lashford and Sorbello. Oh, defense. Into offense. Long. No. In. What a rally. Spicy battle on display here for our pools. 12-14. Brings Baker down the left. And a timeout. This is ramping up, viewers. Remember, we are playing to 15, win by 2. Momentum on the side of Lashford and Sorbello. In what has been an electric battle. I imagine our pools are actually pretty close to finishing up. As we can see the game on at the back. Who else do we still have? I believe Hughes and Evans have already played Cantoni and Bauer. So it won't be far away till finals, viewers. Tan Huynh, nice finish, good timeout. And that is the second serve up. We will see a game point opportunity here for Baker and Huynh. Drop attempt unsuccessful. Yep. Poach is there, and the victory has been secured from Tan and Lindsay for Lashford and Sorbello. Well fought, going down by 2 points in our pool matches. Viewers, we will continue with the stream. I'll find out if we're going through to finals or not very soon here at QPC. We'll mute the audio for the time being and be back live not too far away with the remainder of our open mixed doubles events. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Queensland Pickleball Championships. Dylan Kimlin here, live in the booth with you all, as we're about to get underway with our semi-finals for our Open division. They're currently warming up here on our courts, which will see Jake Wine and Deb Rossi taking on Lee Evans and Jess Hughes. Donna will be calling this one, in what will no doubt be a fun one. This will be playing to 15 with the players rotating at 8. And it's fair to say, viewers, we've had some drama this morning. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but on the left side of the screen, we basically had the entire Open division going back and reviewing the broadcast, as they all had a disagreement regarding the score and position on court in the last one. But thankfully, they all sorted it out. I avoided everyone like the plague, as we didn't have a referee present, so they all come to me and ask what my opinion of it all was. Not to be, viewers, but we've had a request, as we've got Lee Evans just here on the sideline, about to hop on the left side of court. There he is. His wonderful family are tuning in and watching this morning. Ella has requested to jump in as a professional wag and commentate at some point. Ella, I would love to have you in the booth. We can call one of Lee's games together. You can give us all the hot goss, you know. Does he like coriander? What's his thoughts on, I don't know, does he drive the speed limit? Why does he play so much pickleball? You know, these things, this would be good for the viewers to know, to get into the mind of young Lee Evans. And everyone knows I love to incite banter on our broadcasts. Unfortunately, the broadcast nearly incited violence earlier with the Open players mighty fired up. But all is sorted. Calm has prevailed, and we can get underway with our semi-final here for the Open Mixed Doubles event. Jess Hughes, ball in hand. I also found out Lee did play in the NPL. I had a chat to him. I asked earlier. Wasn't too sure if he did or not. He played on the Dinos under Captain Hansel. And these two closest to camera in deep discussion up against the combination of Winan and Rossi. An elite duo. We will see how this one pans out. 0-0 playing to 15. Let's get started. Quick side out. You can see Rossi playing on the right side, serving first. She looked mighty focused this morning. First points on the board, and it looks like we will see a stack here from Rossi and Winan. Deb Rossi won the gold medal of the Open Women's Doubles yesterday. She took on Jess Hughes. That one goes long. in an epic three-gamer. Teaming up with Lauren Myers, who messaged through earlier. I believe she's playing later on today in the 35-plus division. My goodness, what a crazy division that is. I was speaking to Jane Teo earlier, who's getting ready for it at our 4 o'clock time slot. Lob, dealt with. And on that note, viewers, we will have the 50s on our broadcast from lunchtime onwards. I'm going to try my best to get some of the events on that's happening behind our court. If I can. Jake Weiner nearly takes my camera out. We had footage yesterday of Brad Kluss doing exactly that. Smacking the ball straight into the camera. It went flying. I'm going to try my best to get the actual clip of that all and post it online. It was a pretty funny moment on the broadcast. Into the net for Evans. Oh, just long. And Hughes saw plenty of lobs yesterday in the open women's doubles, so clearly trying to bring it into her game today. Yep. Nice flick of the wrist there for Lee Evans, and that is put away. Good hands battle and well controlled there from Jake Winan, kicking it to the corner. Now you can see our other semi-final going on in the game to the left, viewers, at the back left of screen. We have the combination of Baker and Quinn currently taking on Simon Pilt and Jessica Christie. Kelvin, our official for that one. And the winner of that will take on the winner of this in the gold medal, not too far away. Shot goes to the wide side, and Wine and Rossi continue to build this scoreline early on. Official Donna getting her noggin out of the way. That one sprays into the crowd. Geez, we had huge spectator numbers yesterday. It was a lot of fun. It's probably, as I'd say, out ball there on the service, and Hughes will bring it in again. It's probably the most... How would I word it? It's been a very common thing throughout our days is that there's been a lot of spectators, friends and family coming in to cheer on their favourite players. Double out of backhand into the net. Hughes and Evans get a point on the board. Oh no, here it is. Ball went up on the wall. It did roll back down, so we're okay. Crossed in Crowley there for Hughes, successful. They're opting to play a defensive stack on that swap. We'll see if they, yep, they do. So Hughes back on the right. Taking on Winan, clip the paddle. And that was a good hands battle from the two teams with Jake Winan successful in that exchange. We have an Annalise Bolton watching this game. Legend of the Australian pickleball scene. ATP, not to be. Scoreline continues to build here for Rossi and Winan, just playing some good, consistent pickle. 7-1. Yeah, that's better from Hughes, getting a lot of attention on the right side. And very similar to the Open Women's Doubles events. I mentioned if you saw the broadcast, with a lot of front-on shots coming towards Jess Hughes, I wouldn't mind her going for a couple more earnings to keep the opposition honest. And she did do a couple in the women's doubles. We'll see if she can opt to try and speed things up to Jake Winan. Which, yeah, that's what happened. Goes the way of Evans and Hughes. Winan with the error. Single-handed backhand unsuccessful there for Evans, and the ball will come back to Jess Hughes. In that instance, we had Rossi playing face-on with Hughes. We'll see if they opt to switch on the defensive end. Yes. And communication mishap from them both going for the ball. Good little passage of play here for Hughes and Evans. Only a 2-point difference. Whoa. Leah's belted that into orbit. Very rare that Rossi loses an ink battle. In that instance, it's the case on second server. Nice speed up there from Evans. And you do feel the momentum has gone the way of Evans and Hughes here. They've stopped the bleeding and now have an opportunity to tie things up. Jake Winan annihilating that one, kicking it down the far side, and just opts to let it roll away. Not mine, I'm not getting it. Deb Rossi on ball recovery duty. Speed up. Winan deals with it appropriately. Nice there from Winan. Speed up is good, and that there is the 8-point rotation. Both sides will have a breather and a swap. Let's have a look at our other courts. On our wooden surface, it looks like we've got two Sunny Coast superstars warming up here on the left side of the screen. Callie and Just, these two have been playing for a long time and will be on courts very soon. Oh, Victoria's there as well. Jeez, there's a Sunny Coast party on the wooden surfaces at the moment. And we can continue the fun once more here with Winan and Rossi enjoying a 3-point lead. Oh, nice speed up there from Hughes into the net, however. Rossi and Winan continue to build their scoreline. Oh, Big Ernie put away. Winan flying through. That is well played. I do wonder if we'll see a timeout here on the side of Hughes and Evans, and yes, that is the case. Geez, I've been spot on with my timeout calls this week. After a big variety of points there on board. But viewers, we will be jumping into the 50s after this for the 12 o'clock time slot. And then at 4 o'clock, I believe we're doing our 35 pluses. Let me just check my roster. Yes, that is the case. So we'll have the 50s mixed doubles 4.0 and above, 12 o'clock onwards, and then 4 o'clock we will be doing the 35 plus mixed doubles 4.0 and above, which is a crazy division. My goodness, so many good teams in that category. That'll be a great way to finish out QPC's broadcast for 2025. Both Winan and Rossi ready to go, bringing it in once more, an 11-5 scoreline. Inching ever closer to a gold medal battle that'll be coming up soon. They'll be taking on the winner of Baker and Quinn and Christie and Pilt. Quick side out. Oh, pick up. And a simple roll down the middle there for Jake Winan. Nice shot. He gets a lot of top spin on his ball, does Winan. Another, I'm assuming, former tennis player coming across. We have so many of our tennis friends falling in love with the sport of pickleball. Drive down the right side is good, I believe. We'll be playing at Shaw Park next week, viewers, for the River City Classic. And then over to Yeppoon the following week for the Yeppoon Pickleball Festival. A lot of fun that's going to be. Oh, Rossi just short on the defensive effort. A reminder, we will have the Australian Pickleball Championships later on in the year. Going to be one of the biggest tournaments in pickleball history outside of the Southern Hemisphere. Northern Hemisphere, my apologies. I've heard talks of 1,500 expected, talks of 2,000 expected. Either way, what a spectacle it's going to be, and hopefully I'm involved from the commentary side of things for you all. Oh, impatience there from Evans. jabbing it into the net. That's a nice drop. Big poach. Switch. Ball's live. And a little bit chaotic on the side of Evans and Hughes, but they got the job done. Yeah, good speed up. Catching Winan off. Mid-transition. Take two. Oh, driving to the net, unsuccessful. And Rossi and Winan now in a game point situation to go through to the gold medal at a 14-7 scoreline. We have a timeout here on the side of Hughes and Evans. And this has been a very successful semi for them both. Discussion for Hughes and Evans. And for Rossi and Winan, they look very focused at the moment. Jake Winan seems to have a very calming demeanour on the court. Happy-go-lucky. And our semi-final at the back left of the blue courts. I don't know what was the score there from official Kelvin. Normally you can hear Kelvin from the other side of the country, but looks like they're in a close one over there as well. Okay, let's see how this one pans out. Will Hughes and Evans be able to defend a game point? Oh, Jess Hughes, what a shot. Pulling it down to the corner and saving the match. Too much enthusiasm in that one. Evans will get it back. With a service error at the worst possible time. And that has come back the way for Deb Rossi. Whoa, big drive called long. Question has been asked, confirmed in. So Jake Winan and Deb Rossi will feature in the semi-final later on today, viewers. We will wait for the results of our other semi that you can see at the back left. I'll chuck on our split screen for us all and can keep up to date with it all. Live here at QPC. We won't be too far away before we get to our gold medal of the Open Mixed Doubles. Thank you. We'll be back on soon. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Queensland Pickleball Championships. Dylan Kimlin in the booth with you, live here at Morayfield Sports and Events Centre as we're about to get underway with our Open Mixed Gold Medal. We will see Simon Pild and Jess Christie, who are closest to us on camera, taking on Deb Rossi and Jake Wine and Mark Delaney, our official for this one. 3 games to 11, rotating at 6 should we get to a third, utilising the Franklin X26s. Franklin, the official ball of Pickleball Australia. We have a guest speaker in the booth with me today, superstar referee Kylie Dunn, who has just been playing her events this morning. How did you go, Kylie?
I played some really good games, but we finished middle of the pack in the pool.
Yep.
But my first time playing 4-0, so that was really cool.
There we go.
You'll have to catch me up on all the goss from the Open Mix.
Oh, all the drama. As that's rolled in from Simon Pilt. Players not knowing the score. No, it's actually been a really good division this morning. And despite the disagreements on courts, everyone's been in good, how do I word it? They've been well behaved.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
they're just all so passionate about the victory. And we've got Deb Rossi here into the net.
And actually, that's been the vibe all weekend. You know, we haven't had divas, we haven't had aggro, we haven't really had arguments, or the behaviour and the spirit of the game is certainly well and truly alive.
Shot.
That was beautiful.
Christie from the baseline, the Moreton City superstar. And we've got our bronze medal viewers on the right side of the screen. We can see our official Turnbull having a chat. Tana Quinn, Lindsay Baker taking on Jess Hughes and Lee Evans. Kylie, I asked the question to the broadcast earlier today. What do you think is the most common first name in pickleball?
Ooh.
And I think it might be Jess. We've got a lot of
There
Jesses.
are a lot of Jesses.
We got 2 Jesses in this pool
Yeah.
with Christie and Hughes. Recovery goes wide. There's not many Tans.
No. I played singles against another Kylie this
Oh, there
weekend.
you go.
So Battle of the Kylies.
Yeah.
I went down 11-9.
Oh, you're the...
Yeah, the losing Kylie.
Yeah. So you have to change your name now. The other Kylie can keep it. We've got Simon Pilt here, closest to camera, as requested by Jane Teo,
Yeah.
who'll be featuring in the 35s later on today, viewers. 4 p.m.
I was just
35s.
trying to recruit Jane too to the referee ranks.
Oh, yeah.
She's considering it. I think she'd be a great asset to our team.
Yeah. Big thank you to our officials this weekend. What an enormous effort they've all put in.
Yeah. And some of them that played earlier in the week and then stayed on, which is, you know, travel and accommodation, and but stayed on to referee the last few days, which has been excellent. Oh, that racket head speed.
Yep. One and can launch it.
A thing of beauty. It's not really racket head speed, is it really? It's not really a racket paddle.
Oh, he's making a racket, hitting it that hard, and that ball into the net for Pilt.
Both men rocking the Yola.
I think all 4 of them, no? What's Rossi using? Paddle
Is that a
Tech.
paddle tech? That was
Yeah.
my first paddle. I really liked it.
Yeah, Paddle Tech's for the OGs.
Yeah.
Rossi being...
The only
around.
reason I switched out is no one really sells it here, so
Yep.
you can't actually get the paddle in your hands to demo. And you know, when you're spending a couple $100 on a paddle, you wanna make sure it's the right one. I was talking yesterday about how much I love women's doubles, and I do, because I love the strategy, I love the firefights, I love the really long rallies. But the great thing about mixed is you're taking often, you know, the best of each gender pair and putting them together, and there's just some hot teams out here. Nice, Simon.
Yeah, I spoke to Pilt yesterday before our events with the doubles, and he notified me his plan was simple. It was just to hit the ball as hard as possible. Deb Rossi getting involved in that line of thought.
Oh. Sat up for her too, just dragged it down.
Oof.
Nice. Deb making the line call there. I was blocked by Jess. She might have asked Deb. I'm not sure.
So, viewers, that's probably a non-verbal sign that we use in pickleball. Some of you might not be aware of. If you put your palm down, it's signalling that the ball was in.
I have been told that's just a Queensland thing.
Really?
Yeah, but that's right. I like it. That's what I do.
I thought it was an Australian.
No,
I see refs all around do it.
Yeah,
they do the pat.
no. So I've been told in New South Wales they do the finger down for in and the finger up for out, and we always do the palm down here.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on. I haven't really seen any.
Oh, you did go for all of the power there.
I haven't really seen any other examples of, like, out is always finger up
Yeah.
or point to where the ball went
Yeah.
out.
I have this awful habit of meaning to put my thumb up and go, great shot, but I put my finger up and I go, no, sorry, it was in.
Oh, reset.
Oh, well done.
Sprayed it to the side, and Jake Winan swinging for the stars at the moment. Simon Pilt will receive his 4th medal for the tournament here, Kylie. If he comes second, that'll be 3 silvers and a gold, so he has a tiara.
It's an unreal effort. And Simon's just one of those really lovely players, and he just supports every event.
Yeah, he's addicted.
Yeah. I mean, we're all addicted.
Till he gets involved in padel, you won't see him. As we have a timeout on display. But yeah, we got to come up with a name. So obviously 3 silvers is a tiara, but what do you call it when you have 3 silvers and a gold? It's like a jeweled tiara. It's like got a little
A charm bracelet?
charm bracelet. Pandora.
Call it a Pandora.
What if he gets 4 silvers? That's something we got to nickname.
A goblet. I'm trying to think of something that's silver.
What's something super silver? We can call him the Silver Fox. Mr. Simon Pilt.
Is a little young to be a silver fox, I think.
Yeah, I know. He's not really foxy either. He's more of a... trying to think of an animal that would represent Simon. Something loud that hits a ball hard. Either way, Winan to serve once more. Let us know in the comments, viewers, what you think 4 silvers should be called. And that is belted.
Yeah. Certainly, open mixed is not something you can pop a ball up in.
Nope. Oh, resets.
Oh.
And finish. Jake
is
Winan.
everywhere.
He is playing out of his skin. I've been saying it all season in the NPL, Kylie, that Jake should have been drafted immediately.
Yeah. Was he on the list and left it there or not
I don't
available?
know.
Yeah.
I made it very public that one particular team
well
should have picked him up, and that's gone into the commentary booth.
And what's happening with NPL? Do they do a whole new draft?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I've got a meeting with Mr. Shell tomorrow.
New captains or captains staying? No idea.
We'll find out soon enough, but either way, that has been pinged into the crowd, and we've got an Annalise Bolton to retrieve it.
Check their website if you want to put an application in. I don't know if they're still open. What about the MLP? Those applications still open?
That's probably a question for...
Check their website too.
Geez, game's done already, no way.
That was
Sorry
brutal.
for the scoreboard viewers. I thought it was a lower score than that, but it's probably a question for Jess Christie or Tan. They're over there on the right side. They can give us an update regarding the majors. Yeah, fair to say that is a lightning fast round for Rossi and Winan. Deb looks focused, Carly.
She does.
But geez, she didn't have to do too much.
No.
Jake was running riot.
Yeah, jumping jack all over the court.
4 silvers.
And why wouldn't you if you've got solid Deb Rossi on your right?
Yeah. Solid is the right terminology.
Resets, counters, she's there.
So I did ask Nay Pinkerton if she could jump in and do some commentary. The beautiful Nay, but she was worried that people wouldn't understand her.
Oh.
So
She She's got a beautiful accent.
Yeah. Japanese superstar, young Miss Pink. She's a nurse as well, I believe.
And
Qualified.
another one of the nicest people in pickleball.
Yes,
She
yeah.
gives great hugs.
Yeah.
If you don't know Nay, meet Nay, just so you can have a hug every pickleball tournament.
Yeah, I call her the grenade because of how hard she can hit the ball.
Yeah, she's another one of just this, just smooth, technically perfect swing, and
Yep.
she can wallop
Well, she
a
does the
ball.
badminton rock as well.
Yeah.
So does the back and forth. Big hit straight through it all. Rossi here with the ball in hand.
Now, I just need to have a little girly comment here. Deb's matched her shoes to her shirt, and I really like it.
Yeah, and Jake didn't. Didn't match
No.
Deb's get up. Come on, Jake.
He would have looked great in pink and purple.
Yeah, I wear pink and purple on the court all the time. And Jess and Simon kind of matching, I guess. They got the blue and black and white.
Yeah, great counter, Jess Christie. Well done.
The most matching team thus far in the boring colours of white and black is Tan and
Yeah, Tan and Lindsay.
Really said Tan and Leona. Shout out Leona if you're watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to bring out all of the colours of the rainbow for my outfits this week.
Yep.
Thought if I wasn't going to win a medal, I might win best dressed, and I've not seen anyone doing any best dressed posts. So that was devastating.
Look, I try and bring it up in the broadcast from time to time. It's not exactly relevant to the players on court, but just add some colour to the broadcast. Mark Delaney looking dapper out there in the referee's uniform. I will say the ref's uniforms are great.
Yeah, I still wear the old one, though.
Yeah, it looks good though.
Oh, well done, Deb. Yeah. Good
Yeah,
point.
those referees' vests and jumpers are elite.
Yeah, they do look good. I just need to get my hands on them to try them on, because otherwise it's all bought online and,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
don't know what size to get.
We've got a timeout here on a quick rotation. I'm just going to find the score out for you, Kylie.
We promise we are watching. It's just these noise-cancelling headphones. We just can't hear the referees. Deb and Jake are in earnest discussions here. Just adapting their strategy. But they look locked in and focused.
Three-one is the current scoreline, Kylie, and let's have a look at our game going on behind us.
Yeah. Oh, I was watching that bronze match.
we got
Bit of a firefight over there. Oh, Kelvin's on the court.
Got some troublemakers over there. Jeez, Tech T and Rosa Morris, how do they put those two together?
And Kelvin over there, there will be some laughter happening, that's for sure.
Going to be loud.
Yeah. That's what we need. We needed Kelvin to referee so we could hear the score.
Mark's normally pretty loud. He's just he has his back to
facing
us.
away, yeah.
As that's dropped low, play will continue with Rossi and Winan getting the ball back here. At a 1-3 scoreline. You can see Tony and Emma from the tournament team pointing at our commentary booth. That always alarms me, seeing the tournament team.
What is Kylie doing in there again? Oh, Simon.
What a terrible
wanted
jumper that Kylie's wearing.
I had to put this on just for you today, Dylan. The beautiful, mighty Brisbane Lions had a great win last night, so I've got the
gross.
jumper on.
Yeah, I agree, Corey.
I want one of those shirts that says, I support the Brisbane Lions and whoever's playing Collingwood. Oh, Jess.
It's probably blasphemy, but I've actually started to have a little bit of a soft spot for Collingwood.
No, my favourite player actually of the old Lions used to be Craig McRae, so it hurts my soul that he coaches Collingwood. And sometimes I go, oh, I really want Craig to do well, but no.
A lot of AFL players play pickleball. Would you believe, Kylie?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I know the Essendon Bombers down at the Jar play a bunch.
Great point, Jake. Just set up with a good serve, got a short return, and then just went on the attack.
5-3. Big comeback here for Rossi and Winan into the net.
There's a slice return there, which is a really good strategy on this surface because it is a bit slicker.
Yeah, it does kick.
And you really have to get under the ball to get a drop. Let's see if they go again. Ooh. Again, just moving through the shot, but the eyes lit up.
Talking about, we talked about what's the most common common profession.
Yep.
Jess is also a nurse.
Oh, there you go.
Medical. It has to be medical. That or I'm not going to tear into accountants again. Sorry, Deb. I teased them yesterday.
Probably not surprising that health professionals are active, though, because we know how good it is for you and it's the healthy way to age. And as much as we all love pickleball, there is no one best exercise. I always say the best exercise is whichever one you will do. So find something you love, keep your body moving.
Yeah, well, a Sunday morning time slot is very popular for our pickleballers. I find you're either playing pickleball on a Sunday morning or you're having a lazy breakfast and most likely watching pickleball on TV.
Yeah, I like to play first thing in the morning too because then you're up and active and your body's already decided what it's going to do for the day.
Yep. 5-3, second server.
A few more drops happening in this set.
Oh, reset.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rossi pulling the trigger. That's
Yeah. What do you think about those attacks off the bounce on this surface? Are they much harder because they're not bouncing as high compared to outdoor?
I call that the Amelia Schmidt shot.
Yeah.
She loves the high bouncing forehand. On the indoor surface, yeah, it probably isn't the best or not as a high percentage shot as usual. Whereas slice, lobs and spin related shots would be better.
Yeah.
So it is interesting, the indoor play style.
Deb did not miss that one.
No. She's into diving. Deb Rossi.
Oh, you mean high diving or underwater diving?
Underwater.
There you go.
I don't know if she's done it recently, but I know her family back in the day, that's their sort of thing.
Terrifies me, the silence. I don't like it. You can't hear what's coming up behind you. And
whoa!
Oh,
it's still live.
Amazing. Oh, no. We're devastated for you.
Oh, Jess has done the outrageous reset.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was done.
Yeah, those reflexes, man.
And then she's just proceeded to dink it out of bounds on the quote-unquote easy shot.
We'll see if someone waits for a pop-up before they go for the off-the-bounce speed up. Oh, body bag. That was going well long. Unable to get out of the way, though.
Yeah, I would be running for my life the next time a pop-up comes towards Deb Rossi because she is going to tear the paint off of it and a timeout is there.
I have just started playing in safety glasses.
It's the best thing.
Yeah, I copped a ball to the eye. I used to think that, the pickleball's too big, that the brow bone would protect you, but I can confirm from kitchen to kitchen, a volley straight to the eye that made direct contact to the eyeball. That ball fits perfectly between my brow bone and my cheekbone. And I thought I was in trouble for a good 20 seconds. And then the eye came good. So,
viewers, as someone who coached a lot of pickleball, wearing safeties is essential.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing in it. You don't even have to be in open.
No.
Anyone can hit the ball hard.
But it can come off the tape. It can come off your paddle.
Well, that's the most
off your
common
partner,
one, where it comes off your own paddle or your partner's paddle and results in the eye. I was talking to Kerry Pryor, who works in the medical field. Jeez,
another nurse.
And she doesn't want to wear glasses. And I was like, Kerry, you can look fashionable on the court, but most importantly, protect your eyes.
Yeah, I felt a bit weird, something different. But I actually find now that it's like, I pull them down and now I feel like I'm focused,
Yeah.
It's,
One and with the walk off. Yeah, and I think it's not necessarily how fast it is, it's just how close you are.
Yeah.
You just don't have time to react.
Yeah. And it actually gives me more confidence to just dig in at the kitchen line because I feel like I've got a bit of protection. I'm not necessarily stepping back when I'm playing against men.
Well, it doesn't even have to be men. Like we
No, it
saw,
doesn't.
Belinda Crane didn't feature in the broadcast, but she can wallop a ball.
Oh. I don't know what he did with that service action, but as that swing was happening, I was thinking this is going into the net before it even hit it. It was, I don't know if he mistimed it, just didn't look right.
Now, either way, Rossi and Winan are absolutely dominating right now in our
Yeah.
game 2. Lob is successful. Winan with the recovery.
Close to start off with. Oh, I thought that was going in.
Jess Christie can hit a ball hard.
Yeah. I played against Jess in her first tournament. It was Noosa doubles, probably two years ago, maybe.
Yeah, very solid player.
Yeah, lovely person.
That's why we don't compliment players.
No,
Carly.
commentator's curse.
Yep. Simon's a terrible person.
I'll tell you something funny happened in one of our games. I think someone had missed a shot and then missed another shot and the other team was serving and my partner said, all we needed now is for you to serve it into the net. And then his serve went into the net.
No.
Oh, my God, we felt so awful, but we had a bit of a
Obviously.
laugh about it. And it was Jason Smith too.
Oh,
Felt bad.
Good egg,
and then they
Jason.
beat us by 2 points, so he got revenge. Oh. It looked juicy off Deb's paddle, but that ball dropped quite quickly.
Jess has given it to
Yeah.
him too. She's
Love
not happy.
that look. Yeah. Don't do it to us. Give that look to Simon.
Rossi again. She
Just
wants
moving,
revenge after
yeah.
that body bag earlier.
Yeah, if I was Simon, I'd be worried. Good return. It's just hard to get the paddle from one side of the body to the other sometimes. I don't know if I don't know. It just looked like another different action for Simon's serve then.
Well, let's have a look. No.
No, that was normal. Ball called? Yeah, replay? No. We're letting it. Would this be Jess's first Open Gold final?
No, I'm fairly certain she's called wide. Rossi and Winan have asked the question. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure if Jess has had success with it. We've got everyone watching Simon. Tan's just told Simon off for interrupting their game. So,
Referee overall?
yep.
Yeah. Sometimes the player with their head over the ball running to hit a shot doesn't always have the best view. Because I will tell you, if a referee overrules, they are 100% positive.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's too, sitting right on the line and your gut might tell you, but if I can't 100% have seen it out, I'm not overruling a call on the court.
Ten seconds. Ooh, he got it in. Official Delaney did call the score quite a while ago. Long. I believe this is a gold medal point, Kylie.
Yeah, it was tight to start off with, and then Jake and Deb have run away with it.
That's gone long. Okay, no gold medal. Let me find out.
Timeout receivers. Well, they had to have been odd because Jake was serving from the right-hand side, so they can't have been on 10.
So it turns out I was miles off. It's 8-6.
8-6.
In our
That's funny because it does feel like Deb and Jake have had quite a run of points
I agree.
in the last few minutes.
I agree. Our players behind court still battling it out.
Good, because I kind of don't want it to be over yet. It's been a really good game to watch.
So we'll see Winan to serve once more at an 8-6 scoreline.
Trust the clipboard.
Yes, well, we had discussions about the score earlier today, viewers, on the broadcast.
Yeah.
And the broadcast was used as a tool of evidence to go back and...
I will say by players, not referee.
What?
I said by players, not by a referee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof, big shot.
Yeah.
Wonder how a bronze medal game's going with Baker, Quinn, Evans and Hughes at the
I
moment.
can imagine there's a lot of dinking happening in that game.
Talking about dinking. Successful dink rally there for Rossi and Winan, and the ball will come back the way of the Italian superstar.
I think Jess had the right idea, though. It looked like she was dinking towards Deb's inside foot.
Oof.
Yeah. You've got to watch out for Jake's reach, though, don't you?
Yeah, he hits the ball so cleanly. Oh, drive. Called out. Question if it was in. It looks like it was
Called out.
called out. Players chirping. That's a rule, right? You're not supposed to talk to the player opposing your court.
Oh, no, but
Like if an
It's-
official's present. I thought you were only supposed to talk to the referee.
probably technically, yeah. But, like, you know, something I will, if I feel like players are getting a bit antsy, one of the things I will tell them is keep your comments to your side of the court.
Yeah.
You know,
We've just
rather
had a
than
walk off Ernie
Ooh,
too.
that was a sick little jump.
And
That was a
one-
bet, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't think he jumped from the...
Oh, you think it was just the follow through, not the shot? Yeah.
So either way,
It was a pretty
victory.
spectacular way to end.
Jake Winan with the walk-off, Ernie
Yeah.
to end it, and Rossi Winan will take the gold.
They went
Christian
from
Pilt.
8 to 11 pretty quickly, didn't they?
Yeah, they ramped. They will secure the silver medal. And our bronze is still going on the right side of screen, viewers. So we will close down the broadcast, viewers, as we get ready for our lunchtime session. We will have the 50-plus divisions battling it out, which will be a lot of fun, and then 35 pluses from 4 o'clock onwards. Thank you to official Delaney for calling this game. Thank you for jumping in the commentary booth, Kylie.
No worries. Been fun.
And thank you, as always, viewers, for tuning in and watching here on the Pickleball Australia YouTube channel. We will be back live, not too far away, probably within the next 45 or so, with our next set of games for the 50-plus mixed doubles division. Thank you all, and have yourselves a lovely morning. Live from Morayfield.